Today we will be talking about what the small YouTubers should be focusing on first. When you're just beginning, it's easy to fall into the trap of feeling the pressure of improving everything. We are constantly spammed by all of the advice. We're being bombarded, titles, thumbnails, video production, edits, cuts, storytelling, ideas. All of that comes at a great cost. People try to adhere to this advice and they either get lost or never start in the first place. And in this video, we're going to be addressing exactly that problem. Hi, I'm Alan. I've been on the YouTube for quite a while now. I have multiple monetized channels behind me. I've been into gaming space, education space, you name it. And I'm speaking from experience when it comes to this firsthand. In the previous video of this series, we talked about the creator overwhelm, us being bombarded by metric crap ton of advice and don't knowing what to focus on first. Especially if you're a small creator and you're starting out with a new channel, you have a couple of videos posted and you're trying to find your way. Most creators feel the pressure to improve everything in once, editing, thumbnails, scripts. The pressure leads to burnout before the work even begins. But in YouTuber Operator Academy, there's a better way. You see, the overwhelm doesn't come from lack of will, lack of motivation. It becomes from not having the clarity. And the beginner trap is trying to fix the wrong things. People mistakenly think they should get the best gear. The gear obsession is very real. What are the best cameras? We're being spammed by all this. The truth is, the only thing you need to get when you're starting out are skills. Because good gear will improve your production, but you cannot polish a turd. And that's the thing. So, spending hours to researching on cameras, what to buy, instead of learning how to publish, how to record, that's the problem. Or polishing videos that nobody has found yet because you don't know how to do titles and thumbnails. And that leads to over-planning, so you're strategizing without even hitting the record. You have learned all these tutorials, you have heard everybody saying, but you've never recorded your first video. And that's the problem. Sorry to break it to you, but your camera isn't the problem. Expensive tools feel like progress, but your first 50 videos need repetitions, need you understanding how the process works, what you like, what you don't like, what your audience likes, what your audience doesn't like. And that is the main takeaway when you're just starting out. For the first 50 videos, you shouldn't be bothered by the gear at all, period. It's that simple. No viewer left the channel because the creator used a $300 camera. They left because the content was boring, the delivery wasn't there, title and thumbnail didn't cause the click in the first place. And that's where the most creators fail. And they don't see the results, and they've spent tons of hours producing a video, but nobody got to watch it. So I think this is actually a very interesting slide. Doing things in the wrong order can lead to terrible results. Okay, so let's imagine that you're baking pancakes. Imagine instead of first blending the ingredients and creating a coherent mix, you just throw everything on the pan. You pour flour, you put eggs, and you're just like trying to bake something which is powdery. You're gonna flame out, you're gonna have a total chaos on your hand. So the order is the thing that gels everything together. The sequencing is really important. So the same thing goes with the YouTube content creation and video delivery. So when you improve the low impact skills first, you burn energy on things that don't move the needle, that don't count. Ideas and packaging are what determine where anybody clicks, but most beginners never get there. Sequence matters. Work on the right things at the right time. In YouTube Operator Academy, we're gonna make sure that first, your videos, people actually notice your videos. They start clicking on them. And only then are we gonna work on making them so good they cannot resist and watch to the end. So, to give you an action plan, first, I want you to build the publishing habit first. Remember, consistency over quality. It's building the reps. It's like you going to the gym. You could go to the best gym, but if you don't do the push-ups, you don't do the reps, nothing will happen. So the same thing goes with YouTube. So consistency over quality. Each video is a practice rep. It's not a portfolio piece. You just want to build up the reps until you have the process in your little finger until you understand what you're doing. And learn by doing. Every upload is gonna teach you something new. It's gonna teach maybe editing software. It's gonna teach you title and thumbnail creation. But remember, the point is to actually do publishing. And the biggest point, which stops so many creators that I've seen, it removes the fear. I remember when I was doing my first video, I had a perfect idea. I was trying to make the perfect video. I mean, the video turned out shit, to be perfectly honest. But I was so afraid to hit publish because I thought the world will fall on my head and everything will gonna go wrong. You know what's the truth? Crickets. Nothing happened. Then you come to a very hard realization: nobody cares. And that's the thing. So when nobody cares to see, when they will be watching your repetitions where you fail, nobody's gonna see it. Eventually, little by little, you're gonna be better. You're gonna get a habit of talking to the camera. You're gonna get a habit of explaining your things, and then people will start noticing you. And by then, you have already built so many repetitions that you're actually gonna suck less, or even become good. And that's the idea. So shipping the imperfect work is the fastest path to the better work. So, if you're not going to focus on everything, what are we going to focus on first? Ideas. And that's the point. Ideas drive everything. I mean, you could think of the best title and thumbnail, but you cannot polish a turd. If the idea is shitty, it's still gonna be a very polished shit at the end. Sorry for, pardon my French. But that's the idea. A great idea filmed on a smartphone, it's gonna outperform a boring idea filmed on a cinematic camera with high production value. Topics determine if viewers are interested before they even click. So I want you to ask yourself when doing your video, what problem does this video solve for my targeted viewer? Who is searching for it? Better questions lead to better content and better growth potential. In my YouTube Operator Academy, the Skool Community, I have an entire course dedicated to ideation, and here you can actually find a lot of good tutorials in terms of how to improve your ideation. But remember, this is something you should be doing only after you have posted first couple of videos, and start to understand the process. So, okay. The sequencing matters. So first, it's the idea. What's second? Second is packaging. As Mr. Beast said, YouTube is not a video platform. It's a click and watch platform, which means if nobody clicks, nobody's gonna watch your video. And that's what's really important. So no view, no growth. Your title and thumbnail are the first, and sometimes, only sometimes, the only impression you will ever make. And here we come to a very important metric, the CTR, also called the click-through rate. It means that when somebody sees your title and thumbnail, what's the percentage of the people that actually click and start watching? That's the CTR, in essentially. So let's say, of 100 people, 5 people have clicked and started watch, that's a 5% CTR. It's that simple. So what you want, when starting out, you want to be working and understanding after you've polished your ideas, so they're pretty good, they resonate with your audience to a degree, then comes the packaging thing. Also, on the YouTube Operator Academy, we have a full course for titles, thumbnails, including the psychology, all of the necessary details, and trust me, sometimes the most beautiful thumbnail isn't a clickable one. But that's a topic for a little bit later. So, what actually sells the click? It's the curiosity. Stronger packaging creates an itch your viewers just must scratch. They need to know what happens next. So after the video idea, after the packaging comes the retention. And that's what signals to the YouTube, this video is actually great. So watch time tells the algorithm whether your content is worth promoting to other people. So structure your videos so the viewers stay longer. Strong openings, great hooks, clear pacing, no unnecessary fluff. Sometimes YouTube is a game of not adding more things, but of removing unnecessary things. When you remove all the unnecessary fluff, the core that remains probably is very compelling and delivers value to your potential viewer. YouTube rewards videos that keep people watching. Retention is your report card, how interesting you are. So to recap everything, this is the sequencing, this is the order in which if you're just starting out on YouTube, what you should be doing. First, build the publishing habit. Show up consistently, build momentum, make sure that you understand the process of recording the video, making sure how to publish and all that. Then, as a next step, try to get better ideas. Choose topics with real audience demand. Remember, we have a full-on course, how to find compelling ideas, and trust me, sometimes it's not about being original, sometimes it's about finding what works and making a twist on it. That also works. Then, once you have gotten into habit of understanding and getting better ideas, then we want to be focusing on packaging, making sure that those ideas capture somebody's attention so they click and start watching. And only then, after you have mastered the click-through rate, then we'd start talking about retention. And that's what people get wrong. They start editing the videos when still nobody's clicking them. So that's really important. Retention should be worked on, and it's a very important metric, sure. But first you get to have your ducks in a row. Once you actually do this in the right sequencing, then you will build momentum and then you will see the results. So when these skills stack in this order, each layer amplifies one below it and growth accelerates naturally. So if you're ready to climb the ladder with a full-on system behind you, I would love that you actually apply to the YouTube Operator Academy. It's a paid school community that I'm hosting with a lot of like-minded creators. And we are gonna be supporting each other. I'm building now a huge library of tutorial videos like this one that's gonna help you understand what really matters. And the key point of YouTube Operator Academy is we are putting those things in order. Yes, we are creating step-by-step guides to remove the overwhelm so you know exactly what your next step is. If you like this video so far, thank you very much for watching, and make sure that you like this video so it can spread out to more people, and then more people can learn how to be good on YouTube without the overwhelm. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna see you in the next video.